As night begins to envelop Brooklyn on this warm evening at the end of summer, the trauma room at Kings County Hospital, the place where seriously injured patients are first taken to be treated and stabilized, is empty. For now, the groans and shrieks of patients' pain, the frenzied commotion of medical personnel, is but an echo of the previous night. But the veterans here know that preparations must be made, because there is no question that the storm will come, driven by the happenstance of life, social conditions, and even the mysterious forces of nature. The trauma team even beefs up its staff whenever the moon is full.
Do you believe in this thing about full moon?
At the beginning, I didn't think it was true, but after being here 7 years,
so I'll just take whatever.
There's no way you can convince me otherwise.
Tonight, even before the ambulances begin to bring back their awful catch, suddenly, as if from nowhere, there's a young man bleeding inside the trauma room.
Keep your arms still. Where did you go?
This, and not an ambulance, is what brought him to the emergency room. He had been on the passenger side. Somehow the driver managed to maneuver through and out of that hail of bullets, deliver himself and his friend to the hospital.
This young man is walking. He's shot in the butt and arm. Seat number 2. My friend.
This guy made an operation on his elbow, and so here we just have to make sure he doesn't have an intracranial bleed. He looks okay right now; he's intact neurologically, but we'll have to rule that out. We'll probably get a CT scan out.
Did you pass out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just dazed and I came right back true.
Do any drugs or anything like that? Okay, I have to ask.
The doctors, nurses, and technicians have questions they need answered. And in circumstances like these, so do the cops.
And I couldn't see, man. I was just driving. I was surprised as much as you. I reversed all the way out back. You go there, you question some of the people on the block.
That's the problem.
What
they said that you shot out of the car.
I shot out of the car.
He agrees to talk to us so long as we don't show his face. He's not any more forthcoming about the incident or his business. But this is what he acknowledges about the environment he moves in.
There's a lot of guns out there. You know? People, when they feel that they have a gun, they feel like they have power. You know? And people have them. There's little kids have them. Everybody has them. They're easy to get.
Guns, of course, are not the only things responsible for bringing people here. This man fell off of a 50-foot scaffold.
We got you.
Treating accident victims such as this one, or ones involving motor vehicles, used to define the work of a trauma unit. Not anymore. Now it's the planned accident, the intentional violence, that used to mean an occasional stabbing or shooting, and is now an everyday thing.
We're certainly seeing a huge difference in the patients. They're younger, there are a lot more of them, and they're hurt a lot worse. And as far as I'm concerned, that's clearly and directly related to the increase of sophistication in drug trafficking in Brooklyn.
Got it. Bring down. Let's go.
Of the 2,500 people a year now being treated in this trauma unit, 70% are injured by what doctors call some type of penetrating mechanism. That means either a knife or a bullet. But in today's New York, it is overwhelmingly a bullet that's doing the damage. Bullets driving into human bodies with greater force, with deeper penetration.
Initially, when I was an intern, the penetrating trauma was usually of the stab wound, machetes, and 22s variety. And over the years, the caliber of the bullets are much larger now. 45s, 9 millimeters, and a lot of automatic. We've seen a number of Uzi injuries, and some shotgun blasts. And the firepower is certainly higher, and injuries caused by gunshots have become greater. to the amount of soft tissue damage that these larger bullets cause.
We're seeing organized violence here. This is big business enforcement. And the people that are getting hit are now 14, 15, 16, not 26, 27, and 28.
4 Henry, 3-4 William, myself on the scene, every 1083 check.
Many of the victims, such as this one, go from the street directly to the morgue. The lucky ones wind up in the hands of trauma teams like this one, which are often asked to snatch life from the grasp of death.
Get the OR ready.
We've got a patient coming up to the OR right now. Multiple gunshot wounds, back, enter, and abdomen.
Well, a furious battle to save that young man's life ensued in an operating room 1 floor above. Tomorrow we'll show you that battle, which was waged even as the emergency room below was continuing to absorb still more victims. And you'll meet some of the people who do this extraordinary work and find out why they do it. Ladies.